can we look for if we're not getting results? Okay? Because for me, the technique is 1 and 1 is 2. It should always work. If I'm not getting results, there are 3 possibilities. One possibility is that I'm working on the wrong issue. The specific thing that I think is bothering me is not what is really bothering me, and there's something below that. Now, this may be, for example, I'm working on my relationship with my spouse, but the problem is my relationship with my parents, which is underneath that. So there is an underlying issue which is preventing this tension from going down. In which case, we have to look deeper and see what may be behind this. If we have someone else to help us, it's even easier. If there's a psychologist, a psychotherapist, or an experienced EFT practitioner, it's even easier. The second possible reason for not getting results is that I have not sufficiently removed the psychological reversal, or correct the psychological. There is still a part of me that does not want to get well, doesn't want to achieve this goal, or get free from this physical problem, or get free from this emotion. That is, I'm afraid that anger is my only protection. So I don't really want to not be angry. Or I don't believe that I have the right not to feel guilty. Okay? And the third possibility, which connects to what we're going to be doing in a little while, that is, there may be an energy toxin. What is an energy toxin? It's any substance. It could be food, it could be pollen, it could be dust, it could be perfume, it could be detergent, any fibers, anything which creates in my body a negative energy field. Okay? So it may be an allergy, it may not be an allergy. It may be a toxic substance, and it may not be a toxic substance. It could be carrots. It could be tomatoes. Okay? But for my specific body, this specific substance creates its own energy field, which creates symptoms that I get. Now, I may not even have symptoms. I may just not be able to change the emotion that I have. Now, there are some theories as to why certain people have sensitivities for certain subjects. One of those theories, substances, and one of those theories is that there may, in their past could mean their own physical body or their ancestors' bodies, someone could have had a traumatic experience at the time that they were in contact with that substance. They may have eaten something, and then something happened, and then the cells now experience that substance. They relate that substance to that traumatic experience. And that's why sometimes when we're working with substance sensitivities, we also work with traumatic experiences which have led to that. Now, the most common substances that have been found, which may create this kind of interference, if you like, this interfering energy field to get results, are wheat, corn, sugar, perfumes, and detergents. So for some people, dairy, but not for a large number of people. Of course, nicotine and caffeine for some people, but not for all. Some people may be able to smoke without having any negative effect as far as the results with EFT go. They're still destroying their lungs and their health, but it just means that it's not going to obstruct the changing of the energy field as we tap. Where some people can have just carrots prevent this. Now, I have not found many cases in which I have found this to be an obstacle. I can say that actually I've only found one case until now in which a woman's sensitivity to sugar was obstructing our progress. And when we did the technique for the sugar itself, suddenly the whole emotion changed and her problem was solved. There was a fear that she had of her co-workers at work. And then I saw her 3 months later and she was fine. But I was working with her for about 45 minutes on that, not getting results. And so it was the only time I had to work with a substance. So we worked on sugar as an obstacle. So these are the three reasons why we may not be getting results. That there's a deeper issue that we're not finding, that there is a psychological reversal, we're not ready to let go of this yet, or that there is some energy toxin which is preventing the result. Now, if there is an energy toxin, there's two ways of dealing with it. One is just to eliminate that from our lives, and the other is to remove the sensitivity. Of course, the preferable thing would be to remove the sensitivity. If you can do that, then you live a much freer life. So, when we want to do that, what do? One way is to take the substance, hold it in your hand. Now, if you don't have a tremendous allergic reaction, if someone's going to die if they touch a cat or something, then we wouldn't do that. Then we would just think about it. Just think about the cat. Okay? Just to tell you, we had a young girl, 10 years old, who had a tremendous reaction to cats, and then she was treated by her mother just 5 minutes and became totally free from that. And was able to caress cats and enjoy them. Whereas she went to the hospital twice before that just by even getting close to them. But you have to be careful here. You can't put someone's life in danger. You can't do this and say, okay, now you can take as much as you want out of this. You have to approach it gradually and see what happens. But the sensitivity, in many cases, can be healed. And this is important. Now, in order to understand this, let's go a little deeper. And this is what we call the barrel effect. Now, the barrel effect is this, that you have a barrel in which all of your stresses are placed. Now, some of those stresses are physical, because you're getting tired, you're working too much, you got too much to do. Some are emotional, so all of your traumatic experiences go in there. And others are chemical, the substance. So you get an allergic reaction, or you get a energy toxin reaction when that barrel is full. So one way to empty that barrel is to stop having contact with anything that may bother you. But another way is to remove the traumatic experiences which are adding the stress. So if we go back and heal 10 traumatic experiences, we may find that substances that were poisoning us don't poison us anymore, because we have the capacity now, we have emptied our barrel of a lot of emotional stuff, and now we have the ability to come in contact with substances which once created problems and don't create problems anymore, because it was an accumulative effect. Understand what I mean? So in working on substance sensitivity, we don't need to work only with the sensitivity towards the substance, but we also would do well to get rid of all of the poisoning of all the traumatic experiences we've had, all the moments of disappointment. Because what is this? What is substance sensitivity? It's a misinterpretation of a substance. It's the believing that this is dangerous to me when it is not.